Hi, my name is Trey Hall, and I am here to inform you on concussions. During this presentation, I will be discussing what a concussion is, how they happen, the signs and symptoms, the dangers they cause, how to treat them, and finally, how to prevent them. According to the Mayo Clinic, a concussion is a traumatic brain injury that affects brain function. The effects are usually temporary, but can include headaches and problems with memory and concentration. Concussions are normally caused by an impact to the head of a violent nature. Sometimes the impact to the head can cause a person to lose consciousness, but majority do not. Concussions are common in contact sports where the chances of being hit in the head are greater. There are still ways to get a concussion in non-sport settings. People can experience concussions from car accidents, falling, and workplace accidents. These are just a few examples of non-sport related concussions. When a person gets a concussion, they could be symptom-free. If a person is experiencing symptoms, they can include headaches, confusion, amnesia of the event, dizziness, ringing of the ears, nausea, vomiting, slurred speech, appearing dazed, and fatigue. Some symptoms can be delayed for a few hours and even days after the injury. Minor concussions usually don't cause any harm if the proper treatment is used, but more severe concussions can cause permanent brain damage and even, some cases, death. That's why when it comes to treating concussions, we need to take it very seriously. In order to treat a concussion, you have to be diagnosed first. Your doctor will evaluate the signs and symptoms and conduct a neurological exam. Some of the physical tests your doctor might do are examinations on vision, hearing, balance, coordination, and your reflexes. Your doctor may also perform some cognitive tests, as testing your memory, concentration, and ability to recall information. If the symptoms are extremely severe, your doctor may have to do a CT scan or an MRI of the brain. This imaging will allow the doctor to see if there's any bleeding in the skull. When it comes to treating a concussion, rest is the most important thing you can do. Your brain needs time to heal from the brutal impact it takes. You should rest both physically and mentally to recover efficiently, avoiding any activities that increase your symptoms. Physical exertion or physical activity should be avoided until your symptoms are gone. Other activities that you should refrain or limit are video games, watching TV, schoolwork, reading, texting, or using a computer. Sometimes your doctor may even recommend that school or work days are shortened, have reduced workloads, or even have a few days off. Once the symptoms start to improve, you can gradually add more activities as long as they cause no symptoms. Athletes are different when it comes to concussions, since concussions are higher in sports. Majority of sports teams are required to take a concussion test. This test is done before the season when the athlete is concussion free. That score is then saved on file. That way, when an athlete has a concussion, they can take the test and compare the results. They have to score the same score as before, or better, before they do anything. After they pass the concussion test, they are then allowed to do physical activity while being monitored. Then they have to be symptom-free before they can even return to practice or games. Concussions cannot be 100% eliminated, but there are ways to decrease the chances. It is important to follow all rules of the sport and wear all protective gear that is required. Headgear and mouth guards are two of the best ways to prevent concussions. Also, try to avoid any impact to the head or leading with the head first. Remember, concussions exist in sports and everyday life. That is why it is important to know the dangers, the symptoms, and how to treat them properly. Your brain is detrimental to everyday life, and that is why it is so important to take care of because you only have one. Thank you.